Alistair, before I ask this question, the people that listen to this broadcast and listen to this channel, and they know that I love gold in the sense of money, not because I love gold, but gold standards, having gold is important to me. But I want to know what you think about this question. Presently, the growth of gold mined is between 1.5 to 1.6% annually, with productivity growth adding another 0.2 to 0.4%, totaling around 2% annual growth. So we've got gold mining coming out of the ground, we've got productivity coming along, adding another few points. So let's say we've got 2% annual growth. Is this better than a 3 to 4% growth under a fiat currency system, and why?
Well, you're comparing two completely different things. The point about, if you like, gold being added to the above ground stock of gold from mines, you're right that it's that sort of rate over long periods of time, sort of 1.5 to 2% perhaps. The interesting thing is that the growth in above ground gold stocks more or less matches the growth in global population growth. And it's that fact that gives stability to prices in gold. In other words, the quantity of gold keeps up broadly with demand for it as the basis of credit in particular. So that's a very important point. And this is a point which people who go for Bitcoin actually miss, because Bitcoin is designed to do the reverse. When you hit that hard stop of, was it 21 million or 22 million coins, there is nothing further coming out. And of course, all the bulls in the crypto industry think, oh, this is wonderful, it's going to go to the moon, which is not the function of money. Gold has acted as money successfully for millennia because of the fact that you've got this gradual increase in supply, which doesn't inflate gold beyond its use, if you like, because of this relationship between above ground stock growth and the population. The second point you were raising was growth under fiat currencies. Well, the problem there is that you're relying on statistics which include a depreciation, if you like, in the value of currencies, which mask all sorts of sins. And the idea that you're actually getting growth in GDP, all that is the total of credit deployed in the economy. It doesn't tell you how that credit is being deployed.
Yeah.
It can be deployed in three ways. First of all, it can be used productively, which or to back production. In other words, investing in innovation, more efficient production, and therefore lower prices, economic progress, if you like, in the general sense. Or it can be invested in or drawn down, if you like, by consumers, which inflates, if you like, the demand for products and therefore tends to push up prices. So that's not a good use of it. And the third way, of course, is the production of credit to stimulate asset values. And that's, of course, what we're seeing at the moment. And interestingly, over the last 2 years, the increase in USM2 more or less matches the increase in the level of margin lending, according to FINRA. So, where is the increase in M2 going? Is it going into production? No. Is it going into financing consumption? Well, I'm sure a bit. But main thing it's doing is inflating asset prices. This needs some thought as to what the consequences of it are. So the answer about, whether we've been growing at 3 or 4%, I mean, I think that's something which actually cannot be established beyond reasonable doubt. But we do know what the situation is with gold and credit, which is exchangeable for gold. That gives you price stability. And any growth that you get effectively is real, whereas growth under a fiat currency system is not necessarily real.
Mm. Great answer. That'd be a great answer. So for the audiences for this, the questions we've had for this week, ladies and gentlemen, You can go to YouTube, and under normal situations, it's you just dial in As Good as Gold Australia. But now you dial in Sound Money News, and you'll see all of these broadcasts, which only last between 5 and 7 minutes, and one per day. Anybody who's got 5 or 7 minutes to listen to, and who else best to listen to outside of Alistair McLeod and maybe Egon von Grass and a couple of others out there, Pipenberg and whatever.